Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how I do my brows. And as you can see, this one's already done, but this one is my good brow. I have a good brow and I have a shitty brow, and this is my shitty brow. I don't have a lot to work with. Like, I barely have a tail. I don't have a lot of hair on this brow, but that's what we're gonna make it work. I have the Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown. So I either use that or the Anastasia pomade in dark brown. The pomade kind of gives me a more dramatic brow. Right now I just want to go for the pencil, so I'm gonna go for the Brow Wiz in dark brown. So what I do is I take the spoolie first and I brush them out, and I just brush them the way I want them to go. I don't have a lot of hair to brush anyways. Okay. What I do is I start underlining it on the bottom, and then I'm going to start building the tail, and then I'm going to go to the arch. So it's going to be the underline, build up the tail, and then follow with the arch. Perfect with my brows unless I know that I don't have enough time to outline them with concealer, but I mostly always go over them with concealer, so I'm never too perfect when I'm first filling them in. And after I do this, I just start going over it more just to make it smooth, because I don't have a lot of hair there, so sometimes it can look patchy. So after I have the tail and the arch pretty much built up, I'm gonna go to the front of my brow, and I'm gonna lightly feather the strokes upwards. Sometimes I can get like too carried away and it will look too harsh up there, but afterwards I smooth everything out with the spoolie. And I'm gonna like brush everything upwards and brush through the brow to blend everything. Okay, so after I did that, I go like this with the spoolie just to kind of take off some product in the front so I get that nice gradient effect. And now you can just look at them, make sure they're as even as they can get. Mine are never really even. My brows have two different shapes, so I just go with it. And the next step I do is I take a brow powder. So I start off with the darker shade, and I pretty much just go over what I did. And once I get past my arch, I go in with the lighter shade, start from the front, and I start blending it back into the darker shade that we just did. And I do the powder because it makes my eyebrows last a lot longer, and I also feel like it smooths everything out. Like if you have little strokes from the pencil that you can still see or anything like that, I feel like the powder just smooths it out. So now I'm just gonna brush through them one last time, and then I go around them with concealer. So I'm using the LA Girl PRO Conceal. Oh, and I forgot to mention the brush that I used for the powder on my brows is a Sigma E65. It's just an angle brush. And then for the concealer around my brows, I just use this flat concealer brush. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even have a name. What I like to do is just go on the bottom of my brows. I don't like to go on the top, but I like to go right here on the top. So I always start with the arch, and I bring it down. And then I go from the front and I meet from what I just did. Just blend everything down. And then I just go and blend it out with my finger. I go along the top with my brush, but I have really light pressure. I do that because I feel like if I just start right here, it's not flowing well with the top. Some product does go on, you know, when you go like this, but it's not too harsh. I just feel like that makes it look a little natural if you don't like carve it out so harsh right there. So I go along it and I'm using light pressure, barely any product is going on. And then right here, when I get to the arch and the tail, I put more pressure. And sometimes, like this brow is shorter than this brow. I go and I just kind of cut it off from the bottom and the top. You can just go back and fix whatever you feel needs to be fixed. And usually, after this step, I go on with my full face. And then at the very end, after my foundation and everything, I go in with brow gel. But I'll just do it right now so you can see. And I just use the e.l.f. Clear brow gel. So there's my eyebrows. I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the eyebrows with the rest of my makeup on. I hope this video was helpful for you and I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.